Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beyond the Ball. And just as Conor arrives,
I could hear it all. I could hear it all anyway.
He's the beautiful news that you've just got 1-0 down against Aston Villa.
That's not a red face from embarrassment. I've been like this for the last 2 days.
Yeah, for anyone watching and wondering, it's not fucking bad lighting. Me and Conor were playing golf and got absolutely burnt to a crisp. So that's what you're looking at. We're watching the Villa and Liverpool game. We're 4 minutes in. We might be a minute or two behind, but we're watching it. And Villa have just gone 1-0 up, which is great stuff to see.
I didn't see the goal. What was it bad?
It was a header, and then Alisson fumbled it, basically straight out to. It was a Watkins that scored that.
I'm not sure.
The same thing that happened last season.
It was Liverpool down, and then they came back. He's in the Champions League game, didn't
you?
Yeah.
Lads, we're gonna be watching the match. Obviously, we're gonna be going through all of our predictions that we done at the start of the season. We're gonna look at everyone's predictions, and we're gonna see who had the most accurate predictions and who was kind of way off the mark. I clicked into mine by mistake there, and I think I was a little bit off the mark on one of them. It was Douglas Luiz who scored that goal for Villa, by the way. Actually, before we get into any of that, lads, we go through the teams. Okay.
Great save. Yes.
I went silent there because I seen it popped up on the phone. Right, the teams, lads. Sorry, getting distracted again. Every time we go live, this happens. Like, there's literally goals.
That's just Liverpool for you.
Goals.
Oh, City happened to City as well, actually.
Yeah. So look, we're going through the Aston Villa team. So Martinez goal, Cash, Konza, Mings, and Digne. Then we have Gin, McGinn. Appear on my mind. McGinn, Nakamba, Douglas Luiz, Philip Coutinho, Danny Ings, and Ollie Watkins playing. I actually have Van Dijk in my team, so that's an assist from me. Happy days.
It's gone to VAR. Oh, a bit of a karate kick here. It's gone to VAR, is it?
Gets the ball first, doesn't he?
Disgusting. Scumbags.
Yeah, but if you shot going through the ball and it still hit the VAR, it's still more
the logic is faultless. I can't fucking disallow it.
Goal. Okay, so it's 1-1. The Liverpool team, lads, Alisson in goal, Alexander Arnold right full, Matip and Van Dijk centre back, and Tsimikas playing. Oh, interesting. Sure, Robertson got injured, didn't he?
I think he was carrying a knock from the weekend,
yeah. Keita, Fabinho, Curtis Jones, and then Luis Diaz, Jota, and Mane. No Salah. Conor, are you surprised at that?
A little bit, but we all cup final the weekend as well. I presume they would have been expecting this not to be 1-1 after 7 minutes or 1-0 down after 3 minutes. So I can see why he's probably resting some players.
Yeah.
Is he on the bench?
I think he's on the bench.
He is on the bench, yeah. Yeah, he's on the bench. Henderson as well, not starting. Is that unusual? He had on Thiago. Has Henderson been starting much?
He's been in and out. It's either him or Naby Keita have been kind of flipping back and forth. I think Henderson started the last 2 games. He hasn't played more than probably 3 or 4 games in a row or started them. So that's not a major surprise. But Thiago not playing is obviously, another thing that he's just resting for the weekend, I'd say.
Tsimikas, yeah. Haven't been
fancy jaundiced.
That's lovely. That's a lovely thing to say. Lads, we're gonna look. Will we look at the score prediction or the season predictions that we done? I have it on. Like, I'd have to do a screen share. Am I better off taking a picture? Our emails might get put out if I don't. I might have to do a bit of snipping on it. I can try my best.
Will I read them? I can't find mine, so yeah, just read them.
I have them all here, right? So, I'm opening these for the first time as well. For anybody that is wondering, these were all sent across on the 8th of the 10th. So what was that? No, sorry, this is the 10th of the 8th. It has it backwards. So the 10th of August. So we done it at pretty much the start of the season.
These were sent on the 10th of the 8th. When was that? 10th of the 8th.
Because I'm looking at the date and I was like, that's saying the 8th of November. I said, sure, we're fucking halfway through it then. And I was like, no, it's actually, they actually have their...
month is October, Collie.
Oh, whatever, fuck's sake. What am I, a fucking calendar? So, lads, we have to decide, right? The three of us are obviously on the podcast now. So, do we read the other lads' predictions first to give them a bit of stick?
Absolutely, and we can rinse them while they're not here.
Right, okay. So, who do you want first, lads?
Who have we got?
Graham Lawler.
So, we have Lawler first, right? So,
Graham the cunt Lawler. Give it to him.
Some people have sent me the email and they've put a lot of kind of things on it. Connor, it was basically so I couldn't see the start of it. All I can see on Connor's email is Collie is fat, Collie is fat, Collie is fat, Collie is fat. So that's all I can see. From
that was a good prediction. Yeah, I nailed
it. Yeah, I mean, you're right. So all I can see from Lawler's, in fairness, is a load of stars and then the number 1. So I can't see anything. So this is going to be a complete surprise to me. So I'm going to open this up. So looking at Lawler's. Oh, jeez.
Oh, you got top 4 first, is it?
Jeez. Right. So what we have is the top 4, the relegation, the top scorer, and then the most clean sheets. He didn't give a Champions League. I thought you were looking for Champions League as well, but you must have gave him. What do you want to go? Do you want to go relegation first?
Give me relegation first, yeah.
Okay. So 20 in last place, he's got. Should I go 18 first?
Just whatever, it doesn't matter.
He's got Watford in 20th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not far wrong.
In 19th, he's got Norwich.
Okay, decent.
So 2 out of 3 so far. And in 18th, he's got Burnley.
Lawler could be on for 3 out of 3.
Lawler could be getting the treble there. Like that could be a good. He could be on the winner there, I think. That's this top 4, fair enough. Well, I start with 4th. I think I'll go from bottom to top.
4th, yeah.
4th, Liverpool.
All right, yeah.
3rd, Chelsea. So he's got that right. 2nd,
United.
No,
Man City.
Yeah, United first.
And he's got Manchester United to win the league.
Big easy. Imagine doing that. The big goal.
Lads, who do you think he's gone for with top scorer?
Ronaldo.
Oh no, Ronaldo wasn't there at that stage, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Mason Greenwood, please.
He has gone with Lukaku.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, good.
How do you get the relegation one so right and everything else so wrong?
I know. And then most clean sheets, he's got Ederson. I don't even know who's got the most clean sheets, so I have no idea.
Alisson does at the moment.
Okay.
How did he go with United win the league? Like, never.
I want to get to Paddy's one now.
Right, lads, who do we want next? Water, Chris, and Melon.
Oh, Melon. Give me Melon's one. It was his birthday.
Okay.
It was Melon.
Yeah. He's
right.
gone to the moon.
And lads, all I can see, I'm going to read this out because all I can see is season predictions. 2022 season predictions are Chelsea to sack Tuchel. That's all I can see. So I gotta click into it, right? First time I'm into it. Okay, so Melon has given us what we want. Will I go Champions League winner first?
Yeah, go on.
He's given me PSG. He's also added in first to get the sack, Patrick Vieira.
Oh,
This is way off. I'll go with top scorer. I'll do them first, and then I'll give the positions after. He's gone top scorer, Lukaku.
Jesus.
Popular opinion. Lads, relegation. So he's gone with in 18th. Crystal Palace. So that's obviously why he said Vieira out. In 19th, he's gone with Brentford. And last, he's gone Norwich.
Okay, so 1 out of 3.
1 out of 3 there. Crystal Palace, crazy show.
Collie, what you would do is if you were going back over these now, you'd make a table of all our predictions and who's actually got them right come the end of the season.
It's a good show.
But very like I suppose Palace at the time, like all their players were leaving, the manager left, Vieira was inexperienced, so you can understand why he picked them at the time.
Yeah,
Don't mind them. Asia. Yeah. I went full collie there.
I gotta
Never go
clip
full
that and
collie.
send it to him. Right, so then it's top 4, lads. He's gone. 4th place, Manchester United.
Okay.
Realist.
Man
Give
City
that.
in 3rd. Chelsea 2nd. And he went with Liverpool to win the league.
Surprised he put
Is he a United
City in
supporter?
3rd.
Yeah, I don't know, lads. Like that top 4 is not too far off, I think, from when we were looking at it at the start of the season, because in my opinion, Chelsea looked favourites after obviously winning the Champions League and the World
They didn't
Cup.
look favourites. They didn't look favourites.
Oh, they look. I was thinking they were going to be a top 3. They're still top 3, but
yeah. Okay. So that's Mellon's on. Not too bad there. Like, in fairness to him. Some of the outrageous. Where is it? It says Chelsea to sack Tuchel somewhere. Oh, hold on a sec. Sorry, I didn't read this bit out.
You read it all backwards.
I actually did read it from the bottom to the top.
he actually wants Norwich to win the league.
No, this is what he has, right? He has Chelsea to sack Tuchel before January. John Terry to be caught sleeping with another player's wife. That's all. Cheers.
That's the last correspondence we had of him.
That's the last we've heard of him. Yeah. So, lads, we have Water or Chris.
Sorry.
Water or Chris, lads? Who do you want?
Go on, do Chris. We'll leave Water then, because he's obviously picked Thomas Souček for all the positions anyway.
Right, what has he given us? Oh, maybe we did ask for most clean sheets, because he's given me one as well. And he didn't give me a Champions League winner. Most clean sheets, Ederson. I don't know. It's Alisson, you said?
I think it's Alisson at the moment, yeah.
Okay. He has top scorer Salah.
Who is top scorer at the moment?
He's got that right.
Yeah. Bottom 3, Watford, Brentford, and Norwich.
2 out of 3.
Which isn't bad. And when you think about Brentford were an unknown on what they were going to be like in the Premier League. So it wasn't, fair enough, I'll allow it. Top 4, 4th place, he's gone with Liverpool. 3rd place, he's gone with Chelsea. 2nd, he went with United. And City to win.
Okay, at least he didn't go the other way around.
Yeah, so he might have got the winner of the league, and then he has Chelsea in 3rd. So that's 2 out of 4 there.
He has Liverpool.
Yeah, he's Liverpool.
He's got 3 out of 4.
So he has to be 4.
He's got 3 of them. He's in the wrong order.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's in the wrong order. Okay, right. So on to Waters, lads. Waters predictions. So first thing he wrote was milk was a bad choice.
Oh yeah, I remember he texted me that thing in his gas.
Such a Water thing.
I remember that. Yeah.
Right. I 100% asked for a Golden Glove, lads, because it's here again. Golden Glove, Ederson. Top scorer, Kane. The bottom 3, he's got Brentford in 18th, which is wrong.
Okay. Yeah,
he's got Newcastle in 19th.
Oh,
wrong.
Which is wrong. And he's got Brighton in 20th.
Oh.
Which is wrong.
Who's the closest one of them? None of them are even like close, are they? Newcastle 15th or
Newcastle
something?
were at a stage like looking like they might go down.
The closest one there is Newcastle. They're in 13th. 5 positions above the drop.
I know, lads, I'm not fucking slagging anybody yet, because I have no idea what I put in, and I can't fucking remember. So I gotta give it a sec. He says less than 6 points separate top 1st and 4 at the end of the season. So that was wrong.
So wrong.
Another accurate reading from Water. So the top 4, he's gone 4th position, Liverpool. 3rd, Man United. 2nd, Chelsea. And 4th, City. So again, 3 of the 4.
Is that the same as Chris? Oh no, just
Same.
Chelsea and United the other way around.
Yeah, the other way around, yeah. So that's it. Lads, who are we going with first?
Me.
Who wants? Oh, Paddy. I can see
I'm setting the bar.
Oh,
all the way down here somewhere.
right. Oh God, Jesus Christ. Okay. Right. Champions League winner, PSG. He's gone with. Wrong. Clean sheets. Do you remember?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
David De Gea.
Oh, most saves I should have wrote.
Wrong.
No saves.
Top scorer, Paddy, do you remember?
Ronaldo.
Lukaku.
Oh,
Wrong.
Bottom three, Paddy. Can you remember who you went with bottom three?
no idea. No. I just remember
Right.
who I put for winning the league. That's all I remember.
Yeah, we all know. I think
Right, so you went in 18th position. You went with Brighton.
Oh.
Way off. 19th, you went with Brentford. Okay,
Oh.
I'll allow that. Last position, you chose Crystal Palace.
Oh, having a mare.
You just literally have to justify it there a few minutes ago. Being like, look at the start, like we didn't know
Yeah, I
what
did.
happened.
I knew it was in
he
my head.
knew too well. Yeah.
Right, going on to your top four, Paddy. At the start of the season, you said,
I'm sweating here.
Do you remember who you went?
I read it now. Go on.
Fourth, Leicester. And you've been slating them all season.
Oh my god.
Third position you went.
Oh yeah, because I thought they'd get in there instead of Liverpool.
Yeah, so you've gone with third position, Man City.
Yeah.
Chelsea for second. And Manchester United for first. Paddy,
Two of
can
the
I
top
get
four,
your-
Paddy. Fair play.
Can I get your reflection on your season predictions?
Well, Chelsea again were Champions League winners, so I thought they'd do well. United finished second. They had Ronaldo, Varane, so I thought, fucking come on.
A good
I
culture
was all
as well.
excited. I had a little semi-horn when I was writing it and all. It was typing it out into the keyboard. I thought they're playing great, and yeah, that was it. And I thought Liverpool, because they played so poor that season, I thought that's it. They're gone now. They're fucked.
And was PSG, was that because they had signed Messi?
Yeah, I think that was a big one. Yeah, and then Pochettino as well being there. I thought they might do the job. Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Whoa.
I'm not watching.
What a pass in the end.
They have to update me.
So I
Connor,
think
do you want
the relegation? I don't know where it's going with the relegation shit, except for Crystal Palace.
You said
You
something
just-
there. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You justified the Crystal Palace with what you were saying earlier. So
Yeah.
that's your obvious reasoning for Crystal Palace.
The other two was just I'd never heard of them before, so I thought, there you go now.
Connor, sorry, what were you saying there?
I have a feeling that one of the ones that Paddy put in for relegation, that's nowhere close. I've also put in for relegation, and they're nowhere close. I've just remembered it.
Do you want to do yours or do you want to do mine first?
I'll do mine and we'll leave you to the end. And
Okay, right. Collie is fat. So that goes on for about 15
six out of
lines.
6 so far.
Mr. Connor.
So they're all correct so far. So already
Yeah.
Connor's won. So love Connor at the end of it. XOXO. So that was a nice touch. So yeah, I obviously didn't ask for a Champions League winner. If I did, I'm actually gonna smack you because you didn't give me one.
He did.
You're an asshole. Anyway,
I think I got changed. I think we changed them halfway through. It's the way some people gave them and some people didn't.
fair enough. Right. Oh, this is interesting. Golden Glove winner. He's gone with Ederson. Right, fair enough. Golden Boot winner. He's gone with Mo Salah. So he's got that one right so far. He's looking good on that one. Bottom three. Now, for some reason, you've gone 1, 2, 3. I don't know what you mean 18, 19, 20. But
Probably did.
okay. So
I think
in
that was
18th
Let you know
good
after
luck
you
just
called them
putting it in. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So 18th, you went with
Brighton, I think.
Brighton.
Yeah, I knew I put that one in. Yeah.
19th?
Good guess.
I think I went Watford. No.
Crystal
Newcastle.
Palace.
Oh, Palace.
I understand.
Oh, a
fuck.
popular choice. And last place,
Norwich.
Watford.
Oh.
Watford, okay.
Sorry.
So 1 out of 3.
I don't know why I thought Norwich would stay up.
Yeah, I don't know why you think that. Do you remember your top 4? Do you remember what
think-
order you put them in?
I think
I'll let you have a
do.
guess. I'll let you have a guess and see. If
I think I went United 4th, Chelsea 3rd, Liverpool 2nd, City 1st.
You literally got one of them right.
Oh, did I? Oops.
In order. You have the right teams, but you have them in the wrong order. So you went Liverpool 4th.
Oh, did I? Oh,
You
shit.
must have been feeling confident. You went with United 3rd. So he's put United ahead of Liverpool.
Yeah, well,
you
they
went
did
with,
finish above them last season.
you went with Chelsea second, and you went with City to win. So,
3 to
what's your
top 4.
thoughts? What's your thoughts on your overall predictions now, looking back?
Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed in back Liverpool with players back fit for this season, you know. That's on me. Obviously, I thought United would do better than they actually did. Am I upset that my prediction was wrong? No. So, yeah, we live and we learn, you know. We live and we learn.
Okay, lads, on to me.
Chelsea.
Good, lads. Yeah, we have to do mine. We don't need
Timo
it.
Werner, top goal
I thought you
scorer.
were just going to lie and just say that you got them all right.
Yeah. Golden Glove, I have Allison. Now, Golden Glove, Mendy.
Yeah. Top goal scorer.
Top scorer.
Is it
Lukaku.
Werner or is it Lukaku? Oh, it's Lukaku.
Lukaku.
Okay.
Champions League winners.
Chelsea.
No.
Paddy.
City.
PSG.
PSG as well.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do the job.
Popular choice, yeah.
Yeah. Right, lads. 18th position, I put.
Oh no, what goal?
Newcastle.
No. Brighton.
Brighton.
Yeah.
They fucking done us all, didn't they?
And after the first game, I said they're playing beautiful football. After the very first game, and I thought he changed it. I thought he changed my guesses. Anyway,
too late now.
it must have been last season. Anyway, fuck it. 19th, I went with Norwich. So, got that right. And 20th, I went with Brentford.
I want to hear this top 4 now. Who did you think was going to win the league?
Oh, no.
We know who we thought was going to win the league.
I went with... Now, bear in mind, Chelsea won the Champions League just before that, you know.
All right, we know now.
I'm just putting you up. Fourth place, I went with Liverpool. Third place, I went with United.
Oh.
Second was City. And I went with Chelsea.
Leicester first.
yeah. Spurs to win the league. So disappointing overall, to be honest.
I think yours is the worst.
I think anyone who has United to win the league is the worst.
Yeah, that has to be.
Unless they're fourth.
Yeah.
Actually,
Paddy was smoking something that day.
Yeah.
So, lads, that's the season predictions. Not one of us, I don't think, went City Liverpool in that order, did we?
No. Liverpool were so bad last season.
That's crazy. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so that was good crack. Whoever is going to be on the podcast will have to do it again for next season.
That was a little dig, wasn't it?
I'm having a dig. I'm calling the lads out. Right, I'm calling them out. Right, lads. That's that.
Don't listen either.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they never know. Unless you just clip it and send it to them, then I'll just shit myself, just hide me away in my room for the next couple of days. Right, lads, we're gonna have a little bit of a chat about some of the Premier League matches that are coming up. What a graphic. Just for anybody that is watching, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, please make sure you hit subscribe and share, like, all that fucking bullshit. Lads, the first match we're going to be chatting about is tomorrow's match, Leeds and Chelsea. Lads, look, Chelsea are obviously all over the place. I think they have their eyes on the FA Cup. Leeds are in serious trouble, in my opinion. I think they're probably...
You're blaming Chelsea's poor form on the FA Cup. What a crock of shit.
I just think that...
They've been shit since Christmas because of the FA Cup.
I just think that we're so focused on that cup that we just want the cup. We don't care about anything else, you know. We create a nice little gap. But I tell you what, if Leeds beat us, I'm fucking worrying. Because I think that'll only put us about 2 points clear of it then. So I'm saying we have to.
Imagine they fell out of top 4.
I'm not joking, right? I'll fucking smash windows if that happens. And
then Leicester came in the 4th.
Oh my god. Yeah, Leicester.
Yeah. Come on, Leicester.
Lads, talk to me about this one, Conor. What's your thoughts on this game and obviously the dangers that face Leeds?
Yeah, they're With Everton picking up points, I think it was obviously the killer. Obviously, Burnley went on their run, dropped points the weekend, which is ideal for Leeds. But yeah, it's a tricky run in for them. They had Arsenal the weekend. Didn't think they played too badly, but still didn't have the quality to overcome Arsenal, who were still playing for something. At home to Chelsea is a point enough for them. I don't know. I don't think so. Do they have the quality to go and actually beat Chelsea even at home, even in the run of form Chelsea are in? I don't think so either. They're going to be relying a lot on Everton dropping points from now in, and Everton obviously have the easier run in as well. So it's not looking good for them.
No. What are like the percentages? What are they your favourites to hit that drop, Eddie?
It's probably 60-40 weighted to Leeds going down, I would say. Between them and Burnley, I think. Burnley, yeah. Oh, sorry, between them and Everton. I think Burnley have done enough to get themselves enough out of it.
Mm-hmm.
They're there or thereabouts. They still have to play Watford, and I still think they have to play Norwich as well. So they would be expecting at least 4 points out of those.
Shall we pull up the league table?
Oh, Everton have the game in hand. Sorry, I thought Burnley had the game in hand.
I think we should pull up the league table just so we can have a better look at it. Because it's just an interesting battle that's going on down at the end of the table, and I really do want to make sure that we're getting it right, because it's been chopping and changing in the last while.
It has.
So we will be having a look at that. I'm going to just share my screen now, and everybody else that is watching will be able to see it. We haven't clicked off it like an absolute gobshite. So there you are. We're back. So let me just share my screen here, and we'll be looking at the league table. I'll just close that porn tab first.
Take your CV down as well.
No, I'm trying to promote that. Right, lads, this is the bottom of the league table.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought Burnley were the ones with the game in hand and not Everton. So that changes things.
Yeah, so Everton have a game in hand, are obviously. So look for anyone that's not watching and is listening on Spotify, we'll run through it real quick. So obviously Norwich and Watford are gone in 20th and 19th position. In 18th position is Leeds with 34 points, 35 games played. 17th is Burnley with 34 points and 35 games played, but they have a goal difference of -17. Leeds is -35, so that's what's keeping them in the drop zone at the moment. So there's no way they're going to overturn that amount. So that's basically a point.
We saw Bristol win by 7 at the weekend.
That's true. That is true.
Leeds 9, Chelsea 9.
And then obviously we have Everton.
Yeah.
Have we got a goal?
It's offside.
It's an offside.
Nah, good enough for him. And obviously then we've got Everton in 16th position, 34 games played, 35 points. So they're 1 point clear of relegation, but they have that game in hand.
Don't forget about Southampton either. Like, they've played 2 more games. They're mathematically still not safe.
We've got the 40 points up, Paddy. The magic 40.
The magic 40, apparently. I thought it was 30, but obviously not.
Obviously not. Late at 34, yeah.
Yeah. I was only recently, it was probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago where I thought it was not
3 weeks ago, and you were like, it's 30 points.
30 points. Once you have 30 points, you're good to go. So looking at it now, Conor, after seeing the updated, I suppose, what do you think? Are you swaying towards the Leeds relegation?
I still would be because of obviously one of their games being against Chelsea on their 3-game running is not. Yeah. It's not an easy task. I just had a look there as well at Burnley's running, and while they do have Spurs as well to play, they do have Aston Villa, who I think they will beat towards the last day of the season, and then the last game is against Newcastle, which I think are 2 winnable games with nothing to play for, especially that Newcastle game. Burnley are at home, last game of the season. They need 3 points. They go out and get 3 points. It's going to be exciting. You know, it's great if you can still have this open going into the last 3 games now. But it's having
you want it in the last day, don't you? The last day of the season. That's
I think minimum this is going to go on to I think there'll be 2 teams left for the last day of the season. So I do think that position will still be up for grabs come the final day, which is unreal. It's exactly what you want from the bottom of the table, you know.
Paddy, what's your thoughts on it? What are you thinking about Leeds and Burnley and Everton? Looking at that league table,
I've just got a feeling Leeds might go down.
really?
Yeah, I really do. I think Oh my God, how do you miss that?
Is that Naby Keita? Oh, Naby, you fucking downer.
Oh, it's one of them nights.
Let's have a look.
I think Leeds are going to go down. Everton, I felt very, very bad for them there. Like they were going to go down like a couple of weeks ago. But I definitely think it's going to be Leeds now. But because I can't see Leeds getting out of the game tomorrow night. Chelsea need to win now. I think Chelsea's form dropped in the league as well, maybe a little bit, because they were kind of just in this limbo with third place where it looked like they just had third place nailed down and nobody was going to get near them.
Yeah,
but now
that's what it was.
I think, yeah.
You hit the nail on the head there, Paddy. That's what it was. That's why we stopped playing it.
But I can't see Leeds getting a result tomorrow.
Let's have a look at the top four now that we're on Chelsea as well, just to see how much of a threat their actual fourth place is. So, again, for everyone that is watching on Spotify, listening on Spotify and not watching, I'll read it out. So Chelsea are in third position on 67 points with 35 games played. Arsenal are in fourth with 66 points and 35 games played, so 1 point behind. And then we have Spurs, who are sitting in fifth with 62 points and 3 games played. Lads, you'd have to think that they're safe. Like, I mean, that's
fancy United to win the league, though, do you?
You never know. They might.
Where's Leicester?
Keep going. Keep scrolling.
Keep going. Yeah. Down to the bottom half. Fucking
Yorker one when Brentford are ahead of them, Paddy. Or Brighton. Yeah. And Palace. Yeah, all the sides you had relegated.
So, lads, what do you think are the odds of Chelsea not getting that? Conor, what do you think?
They'd have to shoot themselves in the foot. Obviously, Arsenal still play Spurs. I see Spurs beating Arsenal. As we said, we talked about Antonio Conte. He's a serial winner. He'll do what he has to win. They have been on obviously a decent run of form compared to Spurs at the start of the season. I fancied them to beat them, but is it enough to catch Chelsea? Chelsea would have to drop. They had to lose the last 3 games, realistically.
Who've Chelsea got in the last 3 games, Collie?
They have Leeds obviously next, and I'll tell you now because I can't remember.
I'd love to see them run in for the 3 of them. Leicester
at home, which is I think a handy enough one, and then they have Watford at home. So look, that's
they're definitely gonna be grand.
Like, I think that's why they're probably resting a lot of players and kind of rotating.
Arsenal are playing each other this week, aren't they? Big game.
The weekend. Oh no, midweek game. Yeah, the 12th, Thursday.
Yeah. Don't worry, lads. We will be getting to it. We will find out in due course on the podcast. You know that's what we're here for. We're
just talking about this. I think Chelsea are definitely safe because they're both going to drop points, or someone's going to drop points. I mean, when they play each other. So
exactly, yeah. I think that's what we were talking about last week, Conor, wasn't it? They were saying,
yeah. But on the flip side of it, Spurs beat Arsenal, that puts 67, and if Chelsea were to be beaten by Leeds, 67, 66, 65. Yeah. Only 2 points between third and fifth.
And that's where I was getting at, that it could potentially only be 2 points to drop out. Like, so that's where I was coming from.
But again, you're looking at, there's a lot of fucking if buts, maybes, and absolutes there in regards to Chelsea getting beaten by Leeds, which
but don't deal on if buts and maybes. Where is he from? Yorkshire.
Yeah, if buts and maybes.
Oh, Northern boys love gravy.
But you're obviously looking at Chelsea getting beaten by a team who are in the relegation zone, which probably isn't likely, and also your Spurs beating Arsenal in North London, which doesn't happen that often.
So you reckon Chelsea are pretty much safe on this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, cool. We'll stop sharing that for now. We
all know how good at predictions I am.
Well, that means whatever Paddy has said, put a tenner on the opposite. So Chelsea are definitely dropping out of it. Lads, sorry, I just want to pull the match back up there. So we'll give score predictions on this game. Paddy, I'll come to you first.
3-1 to Chelsea.
Okay, and the scorer?
The score after he got 2. He got 2 goals in his last game, didn't he?
He got 2 goals.
Yeah, he got 2 against Wolves.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. Lukaku.
He was handed one of them on the plate now, but Lukaku could have missed it.
Well, Timo Werner done very well for him. Connor, what do you think?
1-1.
Okay.
Ooh.
Rafinha.
Okay, you're wrong, but okay. And look, actually, do you know what? I do think Leeds might get something out of this because it's gonna be. It's not the Leeds that we used to know. It's
You're wrong. I do think Leeds are gonna get something out of it.
I just wanted to say that just for the crack. No, I wouldn't be surprised if they got something out of it. But to be honest with you, I could see Chelsea wanting to do a job against Leeds to save Lampard. That's what I see, and that's how I think.
I'm not playing for a different manager.
It's just what I think, lads.
Not manager or players. None of them care about Lampard. None of them
do. Mason Mount does. Reece James
know who
does.
Lampard is.
Look, lads. I think it'll be a 3-1 win for Chelsea now. After talking myself out of it, I went like a yo-yo there. I was up and down. I was like,
"This is just copying me."
I said 2-1.
I said 3-1.
Yeah, no, yeah. I decided to change it to 2-1 because I think it'll be a tight game, but Chelsea will win. And I'm gonna say Jorginho to score.
It's a good thing this is not a betting podcast anymore. You said Leeds will get something. Chelsea will win 3-1. It'll be a close game 2-1.
So if anybody has actually come across to this and as finds their way watching this, coming from the video that I put up on TikTok where I called out Paddy Murphy for promoting gambling, a fucking gambling tipster where you have to pay for tips. You could get all this stuff for free here. So why would you go there and pay?
I'll give you my tip for free.
I'll give you. Yeah, we hand out tips for nothing, and we leave people very satisfied. Well, so the reviews say. So I got 2-1 with Chelsea, and I'm saying fucking Jorginho to score. Lads, on to the next one. The top 4 to him here: Leicester and Norwich. Paddy, your prediction to finish 4th and stick a 1 in front of it, and you're laughing. But how do you think this match is going to go?
Oh Jesus, they're both playing for nothing really. Norwich are gone. Leicester are shit. Like realistically, like they're absolutely, the season's over for the both of them. They're all the players are on their holidays. I'm gonna go for maybe the 2-2.
Okay.
And Vardy to score. Bit of a bore of a game really when there's nothing to play for.
Anyway, Connor, what do you think?
Yeah, agree with Paddy. Norwich have been pissing goals since they went down.
Sorry.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Sorry about that. Just trying to mix around with this.
Yeah, I noticed. We're very close to another one. I don't think I like it. You know, heads are like this. Yeah.
Give us a kiss.
Fuck off.
Kiss, come on.
Yeah,
come on, kiss me.
No, fuck off.
Come
kiss
on. Give me a kiss, Paddy.
Get over there.
I can't look. You're not too far. Give me a kiss.
Content.
If anyone has turned this podcast on, what are you watching? Sorry, we do talk about football here, not just gay stuff. Connor, sorry, back to you there. Oh, Paddy, was it with you?
No, you're
with Connor.
Sorry, I'm sorry, just someone talk.
Norwich pissing goals since they went down. Leicester shite as well. I'm still going to back Leicester. I'm going to say 2-0 and Dewsbury Hall.
Oh, I hope he doesn't score. Loads of people have him in his fancy football. Yeah, I think Leicester will probably hammer them here. I think it'll be probably a simple enough game for them. I do think they'll concede though. I'm going to go with 3-1. I'm going to say they'll concede a late goal. And I'm going to go with Iheanacho to score because he's been scoring a few lately, actually. Right, lads, this is a big one for Everton, obviously. Watford versus Everton. Connor, we just talked a good bit about Everton and their chances of staying up. How do you see this game going for them? Well, obviously, Watford being relegated. But as you were saying last week, you've been in a position where you've been relegated and there's nothing more satisfying than dragging a team down with you. So that was your thoughts on this one, wasn't it?
Misery loves company.
You're an absolute spiteful cunt.
That was always my thing. Was if I'm going down, I want to make sure someone else comes down as well. Now, obviously,
69.
You know, pal. You know it. On the flip side of it is, though, don't Watford have to play like Leeds or Burnley as well, so it depends on who they want to bring down with them. They can only bring one of them down in the end. But yeah, now Watford didn't look like a team that were trying to stay up in their last 6 or 7 games, to be honest. Like, I know obviously they only mathematically they went down last week, but they had no bite, they had no character about them. It just seems that they didn't care, even though they weren't down officially. Everton getting some decent results for where they are placing the table recently. Jordan Pickford coming into his own a little bit and actually winning his team points instead of costing his team points, which he did for the first 5 months, 6 months of the season.
First 5 years of his career.
First 5 years of his career, yeah. I think Everton do have enough to get 3 points out of this and to pull themselves out of the mess a little bit. And to put pressure on, obviously, Leeds are going to play beforehand, but Leeds probably aren't expecting to get points out of the Chelsea game. But if they can put pressure on Burnley by playing on, what's this? Is this Thursday night or is this Burnley?
This is back in the day.
This is tomorrow night. This is tomorrow
I
night.
used to put the days on it, and like that would have been wouldn't have been
very handy.
Yeah,
you think Burnley are playing on Thursday, and this will really put the pressure on Burnley if they were to pick up points. If Leeds picked up points as well tomorrow night, it'd be fucking huge for the two of them.
This is Wednesday night. Burnley aren't playing till Saturday or Sunday.
Oh, they're not playing midweek at
Sunday.
all.
No, they're playing Sunday. That's the next time.
But to see Everton 4 points ahead of them would not be fucking pretty for Burnley or Leeds. Will depend on what Leeds can do tomorrow as well. Yeah. So I'm going to back Everton. I'm going to say 1-0, and I'm going to go with Richarlison. He wasn't suspended, was he, for throwing the flare back into the crowd?
I did hear he was after getting suspended, but I don't know if they've actually if it was confirmed. I'm actually gonna
and he threw it into the disabled section, didn't he?
Ah, Jesus.
He did.
That was really mean of him.
Oh, no, about that.
Let me just check, right? Because I can go on to Fantasy Football, which usually has it in. And it doesn't say anything. So as far as I'm aware, he hasn't actually been suspended. So he should be back there.
He fucked the flare into the crowd and he's still playing games.
Classic. So you're happy to go with Richarlison to score then, is it?
I'll back him once he's playing, yeah.
Okay. Paddy, what do you think?
I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory to Everton because I don't think any of the teams down the bottom will be scoring lots and lots of bags full of goals. So yeah, 1-0, and I'm going to actually go for Damari Gray to score a goal.
Yeah, okay. Lads, I'm going to go with an Everton win. I'm hoping they win. I really do want to see them stay up for obvious reasons. I'm going to say 2-0. I think since Mina came back, is he injured? He's after getting injured again.
Since Mina came back and then left.
He played one game and now he's injured. Apparently he has a calf injury with 25% chance of playing. And he looked unbelievable. He looked class, he did. He was an out-and-out leader, something that they haven't had all season.
Speaking of Everton leaders, Luca Digne looks like he's out there snapping his bollocks into.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, lads. I'm still going to say that they're going to win 2-0. And I'm going to go with Iwobi to score. Because if he doesn't, it won't be a pretty sight. No. Tough crowd.
I don't care.
Lads, we're going on to the next one. Wolves and Man City.
He's not going to explain it either, buddy.
I won't be. It won't be.
A pretty sight.
Pretty sight. Well, I don't know. Handball. Oh, it's okay. Wolves and City. Lads, I'm just handpicking some of the games as well from kind of next week as well, because I'm not going through every single one of them because some of them are shy. So I couldn't be arsed. So Wolves and City, this is obviously still this week. So Conor, what do you think about this one? Do you think Wolves?
You can come to me first for some of the games if you want.
I tried. I don't remember who I've gone to. Right, Paddy, I'm going to come to you first because you're crying about it. You sound like Chris here. Oh, here's a goal.
Oh,
that's that.
All
No, it's just you come to me second, all the good stuff is talked about, and then it's just like, what do I say now?
I'm not good info anyway.
Right, we're coming to Paddy. We're coming to Paddy because I can't remember who goes to who first. Wolves and Man City. Wolves being one of the best defenses in the league. Do you think that's going to be a problem for City to break down?
No, absolutely not. It's like, well, Lukaku scored against them, so I think if he can score against them, anyone can fucking score against them.
That's why I don't fucking come to you, Paddy. All right, I come to you and you just shit all over me.
I think City being knocked out of the Champions League will just spur them on for the rest of the season. I think it'll be a big result for City again. 4-0. I'm gonna go. I think City are gonna be like a machine for the rest of the season. They're not gonna drop any points. And Liverpool are going to drop points here tonight, and the season will be over. And I'll be very happy because Liverpool won't win the quadruple.
And do you think they're? Sorry, I know I'm jumping off a little bit, but do you think? Sorry, it is half time. It's 1-1 for anybody that's wondering. Do you think that Liverpool are going to win the Champions League?
I'm not. I don't know. I couldn't. No, I don't. Right, money on the table now. I'd say no.
Ooh.
No, just
Conor, would you?
There's got to be nothing in it. But I think the way Madrid, the road to their final for Madrid has been a lot harder than it has been for Liverpool, and the resilience they've shown all the way through. Yeah, it nearly seems like they're meant to win it. I don't know. Yeah,
like Chelsea's win. Remember when they won it with Drogba?
Yeah, and all this talk of the quadruple for Liverpool, I think it's been too much. And I think it's just they're gonna fall flat in their face, and they're gonna finish up the Carling Cup, and that's it. Or the Carabao.
Is Klopp gonna cry about it? Is he?
Oh yeah, should you hear him against after the Spurs match?
Yeah.
Oh, he's such a bad loser. Oh, not even a loser. He drew. I don't like the way they play the football. Oh,
did you see what Conte came out and said?
No.
He said, no, don't quote me on this one. But he came out and said that basically it was just fucking. Oh, it's because you didn't do your job right. That's what he came out and just basically.
We definitely won't quote you on that.
No.
We did come out and say like that was like you're complaining because you didn't do your job right. So that's what he came out. And I love that. I love that he didn't just fucking like nothing happened there. I love that he came out and just had a little bite back.
Yeah.
It was required because Klopp says too much fucking shit.
Yes, he does.
Only lately though. Only lately he's turned into.
Only when he has a bad result.
Yeah.
Remember him last season? Remember the stick? Remember him last season? He was like a big baby.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. That's what happened to him at Dortmund. That's where he went like, and he got the bullet then. He was whinging all the time.
So
you get the bullet at Dortmund.
I'd give him the bullet.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't. He turned down 2 contracts and went on gardener's leave.
No, he didn't. He got the bullet.
Did he not, Paddy?
Gardener's leave.
Paddy was doing the dealings.
Doing the back garden.
But he got the sack. It wasn't publicly known. They let it look like that he left.
They text Paddy and tell Paddy, here, look, we're not going to let everybody know, but we'll let you know. But we're sacking him.
Release on the podcast.
Because it was part of the Beyond the Ball crew exclusive. You heard it here first.
So Paddy, you don't see it being a problem at all for City breaking down.
No, absolutely no.
And who are you saying is going to be scoring some goals in this game?
I'm going to go with Kevin De Bruyne. I'm going to go.
Okay, I hope you're right. Yeah, I hope you're right because I have many fancy football as captain. Yep. Conor, what do you reckon?
Hold on. Just before, like, what do you think of the Haaland signing? Are they just going to dominate next season?
Sorry, I was going to brush over that. Can I just say, this has potential to be one of the best signings in the Premier League.
Are they just going to dominate?
I think he's going to dominate. I am so looking forward to him coming up against Van Dijk just to see what Van Dijk is made of. Because there's been who was it that said it? Ballack had said that like Van Dijk has really not come up against the same caliber of defenders that most of the defenders, the likes of John Terry, Carragher, Vidic, and whatever, like all them lads had come up against. So, and I do agree because there isn't a massive standard of striker in the Premier League.
Slim pickings.
Like, Harry Kane is probably one of them, but he was massively off form. Look, Lukaku was up there, but he's just the way he's been playing. No. So there's nobody that's really foreign, like Mo Salah and like plays in the same team.
Lukaku's not up there.
No, well, I don't know.
No,
When he was with
done well in
Milan,
Italy. No.
yeah, when he was with Inter, like maybe he would have been, but not now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Haaland coming up against Van Dijk just to see what Van Dijk is actually made of. Because to be honest with you, 95% of the time when Van Dijk plays, it looks like he's playing at about 50%, which is frightening because how good he is. Like, Conor, what do you think of the signing?
I think we talked about it last week or the week before. Like, and I don't know, was it you that brought up the fact that does Pep like to play with an out and out forward? He didn't get on where we mentioned him last week. He didn't get on with Zlatan when Zlatan was at the height, the peak of his ability at Barcelona, and moved him on, and Zlatan exceeded everywhere else that he went. Do you need to go and repair something that's clearly working with a fella who's going to demand first team football every week, which we know Pep doesn't particularly play the same team every week? It'll be interesting to see.
He did with Aguero. Aguero was a regular starter back like in the early days of Pep's career. Like he wasn't getting rotated that much. I just think that he didn't have that reliable number 9. And that's why he maybe was forced. His hand was a little bit forced, I think, on that one.
But he's got on one league since then. Like it's not like it's not working. I'm not saying he's not going to play. I'm not saying there's going to be an issue. Will he score goals? Yeah, 100% he will score goals. I just don't know if he's going to get as much growth out of it as he thinks he might. Or if it's going to be a case where he's going to be there's nothing wrong with it now, but a 15, 16 goal a season goal scorer, and he actually wants to be a 30 goal season scorer. He doesn't want other contributions. He doesn't want Bernardo Silva scoring or Mahrez scoring or De Bruyne scoring. He wants it all to go through him.
He did a selfish goal, like the selfish striker. Like
you need to have a little bit of that, and he has a little bit of that at Dortmund at the moment. I just don't know what his mindset is like to go in and being one of 3 or 4 or 5 different contributors as opposed to being the sole outlet. We saw how much Dortmund struggled this season in the league when he went out injured for 2 months.
Yeah.
And they're only blessed in the fact that Marco Reus came back from injury when he went out with injury. So, like, it'll be interesting to see. Will it make City worse? 100% it won't. It's only going to make them stronger. It'd be interesting to see how much he actually features and what he can do throughout a full season with them.
The one thing about him is that I think he's going to come up very well against the defenders in England because he is very big and strong. So like that works in his favor where obviously so big and strong. Like that works in his favor because a lot of, I suppose, foreign players come over and they struggle against that kind of hard-hitting defender that kind of bullies them. But you don't really see that happening that much anymore, I don't think. I think the standard of centre-backs has also declined in terms of who you're coming up against. Like, would you agree?
I think you can only play against what's in front of you anyway. So, like, if you go back to the thing of, like, Van Dijk can't play like Nesta if he's not coming up against
world class
prime Ronaldo, or he's not coming up against these players. You can only play what's in front of you, and if that's what he's playing against, and then if he gets a different kind of test with someone like Haaland, well then happy days. It's going to be a different challenge. It's going to be we see different sides of defenders, but I think the hard hitting side of the Premier League has gone a little bit because there's very few English players at top clubs. That are like week in, week out. They're not controlling you. Like English centre halves are few and far between in general. Or John Stones, maybe. He's not Harry Kane's not a centre half. But there's no like hard hitting English defenders or Irish defenders who are still doing the thing of like let him know he's in the game. Fucking first thing I get to him, I'm gonna fucking knock him out of the park. It's European style football now.
That whole thing is kind of gone, isn't it? Like you can't do that. Like let them know you're there. Like that doesn't exist anymore.
It's not the same now. They are football and centre backs. They are smart. I think they are much more intelligent than previously. I think
except for Harry Maguire.
Like that's why when Ballack made the comment that you don't see him hitting people as hard or winning as many aerial battles. They don't need to because I think their positioning is a lot better and smarter and they're quicker.
I think that was more aimed at just the standard of striker.
The standard who they're playing against.
Yeah. I think that was more that.
But that's like saying
centre backs is saying that.
that's like saying that Pele is better than Messi because Pele was playing against Beckenbauer and like.
Well, some people
Maldini
would take that into serious
like,
consideration, like.
But you can only play against what's in front of you at the time.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
I get that, yeah.
put that up against someone. But no, it'd be interesting. It won't make City any weaker. It'll only make them stronger. I just don't think he's going to be the 40 goal a season man that the weight goes on.
I think he might be. Like, I think you could take one man out of that City squad and it still performed to the same standard, like with 10 players. Do you know what I mean? You could take one of them out. So if you do that and you say you take your centre forward out of it, and they could still perform to that same level, the only way that he's going to make things worse is if he's not putting away his chances. And I think Haaland is too good not to finish his dinner.
His link-up play isn't as good as having
very underrated though for that.
No, it is underrated, but is he better than having Bernardo Silva in there for the link-up?
Well, no, look, yeah, like when it comes to them natural kind of like little passes and goals and stuff like that, and the little around the corners, like he's going to be the one that's going to want to receive them. But he is I think he is very unselfish. When you look at him over in Germany, like, and he's always happy to lay the ball off. He has a selfish side of him, but he does also have a will pass the ball 5 yards to let somebody else have it. I think he has that in him as well. So I wouldn't be saying that he's going to be kind of selfish about it. I wanted to get Paddy's opinion on the signing, but he's pissed off there. So yeah, he's left. He's gone. Did we give score predictions on this match?
No,
we didn't.
Paddy did.
Okay. Yeah, go on. Give us your score prediction.
Well, Ruben Diaz out for the rest of the season. Kyle Walker out for the rest of the season. John Stones out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Pep is. I know we talked about Klopp having a cry. Pep is crying right now a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he beats Newcastle 5-0, and the first thing he says when he walks out is that everyone wants Liverpool to win the league, which I think the exact opposite. I don't think anybody wants Liverpool to win the league except Liverpool supporters.
I think the media. I think he was referring to the media, though.
No, he probably was, but I don't think that's the case either in the media, to be honest.
I don't know. I think the media.
I think there's just talk. There's talk around the quadruple, obviously, but there's going to be talk around the quadruple when you're playing every game available to you in a season.
Exactly.
You know? But I think he's getting a little bit. I think he's after getting a grilling off the owners for not getting into the Champions League final. And now he has to go and win the league. I think he has to win the league. And can I see them beating Wolves 100%? Do I think it's going to be as comfortable as it would be if they had Ruben Diaz, Kyle Walker, and John Stones was in and out anyway with Laporte back? Probably won't be as easy.
The one thing we said, I think probably last week and the week before, was that we don't know where Wolves' goals are actually going to come from. So that's why I think this game might not be as big of an issue, because they'll play the majority of the game probably in Wolves' half anyway. And they probably have enough there to cover the lads that are fucking injured. Like,
yeah, I suppose it's not this game that I would be worried about as a City supporter. Probably more the West Ham game.
West Ham, yeah, that's going to be a problem, I think.
As to how do we shut them down, and then Newcastle as well in the last game. Not Newcastle, sorry. Who did they have in the last day of the season? Villa. Just in regards to how do we stop them on the counter attack, I think it's going to be important because they're missing wheels at the back with the three of them got.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to back City on this. I don't think it's going to be comfortable. I'm going to say 2-1 City, and I'm going to back Raheem Sterling.
Okay. Right. Well, I'm going to say, I do think City are going to win this game. Although you've kind of mentioned all them injuries, I still don't think they're going to concede, which is going to fuck me up in the fantasy football because everybody has Laporte and Cancelo. So everybody has them. I have Cancelo, but I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Wolves. Or for City. Fucking hell, for Wolves. I do think they're going to keep a clean sheet, and I do think they will use the ball a lot, and they'll probably just try tire Wolves down. I don't think they're going to be sprinting for days. And I'm going to say Raheem. I'm going to go with Raheem to score because he has to score. Raheem the Dream. Right, we're going to move off this one and on to the next one, which is...
Paddy's gone. I don't know if you saw that.
Paddy's gone?
He's gone.
All right, okay, right.
I was gonna hope that Paddy would sub back in so I could go and top this up for the second half. So I don't know if you want to.
Right, well, do you want to go? What we'll do, Conor, is we will break for 2 minutes. So do you want to go and get yourself a lovely little drink, and I will top up my own drink, and we will be back in 2 seconds.
Class, love it.
Trying to get me fucking breath back. I'm so fucking fat. It's disgusting.
I called it the predictions.
What did you call?
Collie is fat.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, fuck yeah, shit. Fucking hell. Tell you what, running up and down the stairs is fucking hard work. What was the last game we were talking about? Wolves and City, wasn't it?
Yep.
Right, we're on to the next one.
London,
We
I think,
have
is it?
Spurs and Arsenal. What's going on in the match here?
Is Van Dijk being a tank?
Oh, fuck off, he slipped. Spurs and Arsenal here. This is a massive game for both of them. How do you think this one's gonna go, Connor? Obviously, looking at fucking Spurs' result against Liverpool, we know they can get results, and obviously being at home is a big thing. But has Arsenal got enough to challenge them? Like Spurs have been decent lately.
I definitely think so. I think where Spurs did well against Liverpool was knowing that they were the inferior team but had quality up in high areas. So being able to sit back and trust basically a bank of 9, knowing that Son and Kulusevski were going to get in behind and get wide for a quick counter is what really suited them. And it lined up obviously with kind of what we've said all season, with Liverpool's weakest defensive assets being probably a wide fullback position. You don't want to go through the middle to Van Dijk and to Kanate or Fabinho. You want to go wide through Trent or Robertson. And they exploited it really well. I don't agree. Obviously, we talked about with Klopp's comments about negative football. You play football to win games. That's how you have to win a game. Spurs would have tried to play the same game as Liverpool. Liverpool would have wiped them off the floor because they're just a better team all around. So why not play to your strengths and why not be
exactly?
Why not play it tactically, like to where you can win? But I don't know if Spurs can do that against Arsenal or not. I don't think Arsenal will step out as much. Arsenal will probably be happy enough, probably would have drawn now that they're in the driving seat for fourth.
Whole position.
So do Spurs have to come out a little bit more, being at home as well, needing to win probably more than Arsenal do. It's gonna be a tricky.
Hold on a sec.
Great tackle. Great tackle.
That was a short attempt at a fucking shot.
Oh, he's gone.
Simmercast is gone.
I don't know if they're going to be able to do it or not. But I do fancy it being a decent game. Because Spurs can't sit back, I can see them concede, and Arsenal concede anyway. Here we fucking go. As soon as Arsenal it's like fucking Beetlejuice, this prick is. Arsenal's mentioned 3 times, he just appears out of nowhere.
So Rob has come in and said Arteta always does well in the North London derby. In fairness, 3 points and cue the Champions League ringtone reinstalled. Rob has changed his tune. Was kind of very critical of Arsenal and kept calling them an average team. All of a sudden now we're getting positive comments.
I take it all back now. Fuck you, Arsenal. Come on, Spurs. But no, I can see it being I don't want to say goal fest, because anytime I say goal fest, it finishes 0-0. But I can see there being goals in the game.
And do you think it will be an end-to-end game? Like, this is one of them games, isn't it, where we talk about where it's either end-to-end and fucking wild, or else it's just nothing's happening, game of chess. Do you see it being the latter or the end-to-end? So
I think the only team who can control whether it's end-to-end or whether it's a game of chess is Spurs. And Spurs can't have it being a game of chess.
Yeah.
So because they can control which way this game goes, I can see them pressing early, pressing high, and being a little bit more expansive, which is just going to open it up. I don't think Arsenal have the ability to sit in and absorb pressure. To try to do it against Liverpool, they crumbled. To try to do it against City, they crumbled. I don't think they have it in them. So Spurs will dictate how fast this game is played, 100%. The more they come out, the more it probably plays into Arsenal's hands, but it plays into both teams' hands as well. You know, it plays into my hands as a fucking neutral watching that on Thursday evening.
Yeah. What's your score prediction? I know you're saying there's goals in this one, but what are you thinking score-wise?
Spurs to nick it. 3-2.
Jesus.
Stephen Bergwijn come on and score.
And that's a bold guess of a prediction. Like that's not a straightforward prediction right there. Like
I can see him coming on with the Wales. Like he did it against Liverpool. He came on literally just for his legs, and he opened the game again after obviously Kulusevski and Son were kind of running on empty.
Yeah. What a sign of Kulusevski has been, by the way.
Someone had to fucking assist, isn't he?
Yeah, unbelievable. I think he was actually just exactly what Spurs needed to allow that kind of rotate. Well, they're not really even rotating now at the moment, are they? Like, but that was just the extra little bit that they needed. Like
he does running for two people, for himself and for Kane. I think that's what Kane needs in and around him is players like that out wide. Don't mind coming inside, but Kulusevski is definitely more of a
never come inside.
Yeah, always for protection. Kulusevski is definitely more of a natural winger than the likes of Son would be, who wants to obviously play in kind of that centre forward role. He's going to stay wide. He's going to get the ball into the box. He's going to deliver the ball from deep, and he's just going to get assists. He's not going to score many goals.
Thoughts on Harry Kane come the end of the season? Do you think he stays at Spurs or do you think he goes? Obviously, with City, there was massive talk about City signing him. I genuinely think he missed his opportunity at the start of last season, or start of this season, and then fell off a cliff form-wise from the start of the season to December. And I don't know whether he was expecting a move in December, but it never really came. Personally, I wouldn't have even went for him in December anyway because he was dog shit. Do you think he's going to make a move out of Spurs, or do you think he's going to be there for life?
I think he's going to be there for life, but who takes him in the summer?
Yeah.
Like, with obviously the rumours going around that Ronaldo was staying at United, with Haaland gone to City. He's not a Liverpool player, so he's not going to go there. Like, he's not going to go to Chelsea coming from Spurs. Yeah. He's not going to go to Arsenal coming from Spurs. Like, who takes him? I can see him being there anyway for next season anyway. I think since December, he's proved himself a little bit more as an all-round player instead of just a number 9 goal scorer. He's got involved a lot more. He got the ball to feet. He's played with his back to goal a little bit more. He's sort of like adapting himself into, like, I'm not going to say a false 9, but he's definitely playing a little bit deeper than probably he used to play. And it's suiting him. He's doing well. Like, we always go back to that game against, was it Brighton when they won 4-0 and he got 4 assists? It's like, like that's not a Harry Kane of old. He'd always be on the score sheet, or Spurs wouldn't win. To have 4 assists in a game and they win 4-0 is crazy. But yeah, he'll be there next season. I don't think he'll be upset about it either, as long as Conte stays.
Could he go to like the likes of a Real Madrid or a PSG? I know there's a talk of Mbappe and the likes going to Real Madrid and stuff, but could you see him making a move abroad and trying his hand over there?
I think he would do well, but it's not Harry Kane's not a glamorous signing for PSG.
Yeah,
Harry Kane hasn't got a face to sell shirts. That's all they really want. Do you know?
Or a voice.
Or a voice. Do you know? So I don't think it's a good move for PSG if that's what they're looking for. They bring in Messi to sell shirts. They bring in Ronaldo to sell shirts, or Neymar to sell shirts. They keep Mbappe to sell shirts. I don't think Harry Kane does that. He hasn't got the same impact for the same money you're going to have to pay for him now, which is probably still upwards of €100 million anyway. So it's as I said, this season I can see him staying at Spurs with a little bit more conviction, obviously, than he did last year during the summer. And he's also got a World Cup to prepare for as well. So the last thing you want to do probably is to move in a World Cup year, especially when it's in December, to jeopardize your place in the World Cup.
Yeah, if you don't settle, then you're struggling. Just a quick one in. Saka to outshine everybody Thursday. Can we put some respect and acknowledge his season so far, please, Collie, considering his penalty miss in the Euro finals? Yeah, that is actually
the penalty miss in the Euro finals has nothing to do with it. The professional footballer, you can't get over missing a penalty from 12 yards.
No, but in fairness, it is good bounce back ability from him because he's a young lad. That type of stuff can eat people alive. Look at Greenwood. No, just like I think like stuff like that can really kind of play on a young person's mind. Like, and I think he's been flying. I think he got so much abuse from the England fans that I think he probably just said, you know what, fuck this. And I don't think I think he started stopping giving a fuck, which was the best thing that probably could have happened to him because he got so much abuse. He was kind of saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to actually just prove them wrong and just sicken the majority of the nation. So props to Saka.
But we're going to say he's going to outshine everybody on Thursday. He's on the same pitch as Hyman's son.
It's a bold statement, and Robert is a man that does like a bold statement.
The man has 20 goals this season, or 21 goals this season.
Look, I didn't write the comment. Robert is a man that comes out with some bold statements.
And Robert used to hammer Arsenal until 2 weeks ago, so this is why I don't know if I can believe him or not.
No, look, we'll keep an eye on Saka. Maybe we'll re-pull this comment up next week when they beat us 2-1. So yeah, look, we'll. Can I ask you about Son? Do you ever see him moving out?
I haven't got one. And if anyone who tells you otherwise is a liar.
Oh yeah, Dar. Do you ever see him moving out of Spurs, and maybe to like a Barcelona or a Real Madrid? To me, it just seems like he's too nice to move.
That's what I can't see him going anywhere else in the Prem. Could I see him going abroad? Maybe, yeah. But like.
And what's his value? What's his market value? Because I think he's still underrated.
It's almost like he doesn't have one because nobody's even going to make an attempt because they know he's not going to go anywhere.
It's weird, isn't it?
So because he's so secure in where he is, it's almost like he doesn't have a market value. Surely, if you look at a market value now, you'd have to put him in the
same as Harry Kane. He's
100 million bracket.
Same as Harry.
No, you have to
put touch your hands there. Look. This way.
But that's funny because this is my right hand side, but it's my actual left hand side.
It's my left as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's always a few players that are like that, where like it's almost like they're forbidden fruit and you're not allowed to touch them. But like, why not just like throw an old inquiry in there for Son? If you're Real Madrid, I think you'd suit Real Madrid down to the ground. Nothing.
The Madrid fans are a little bit narky for him. I don't think he takes it very well.
Sorry, I said the C word there. Cunt. I don't know. I just think I think it's a weird one that like we say that because it is true about some players. Some players just don't have a market value because nobody thinks that they're available, and that's it. Like how do people get that? Like how did we come to the point of saying Son is so secure he's not going anywhere?
There's obviously there's a little bit of inconsistency, I suppose, as well, in the fact that he's doing it now, but he does go through a lot of dry spells. I know players do go through dry spells, but he'll be non-existent in games. I don't know if it's like I could see him fitting in like a Liverpool team, but the last thing Liverpool need is another bleeding winger. You know, but yeah, he's a strange one. Is it his attitude? Is it his mannerism? Is it the fact that he is too nice? Like, and people don't see
always smiles.
Does he? He doesn't come across to me as like a winner. Does that get into people's mindset? I was like, he doesn't look like a serial winner. Like he'll do everything he can to go out and win a game. He just looks like he loves to play football. You know, I love to play football, but I shouldn't get signed by Real Madrid.
You said that before, I did. So come here. What's Arsenal's biggest need in the transfer market for this summer?
Biggest need?
Would you say a striker?
They probably do need someone to replace Aubameyang who's not going to come back.
Yeah.
I don't think Lacazette is the answer. And it comes down to the case of like who goes to Arsenal before they go to another top European club instead. You know, I think this is why European football is so important. They lost out obviously on your man Dusan Vlahovic to Juve, and well, what he had put down to it was European football, and he'd like being in Italy as well. But I'm sure if you paid him enough money to go to the Premiership, he would have went anyway.
Yeah.
But European football got him there.
And is that a massive thing that's gonna tip it over the edge for, say, like an Arsenal or Spurs in making them big signs? It has to be the European football there.
I think Champions League is almost up.
Oh,
Yes,
we have
come
a
on.
goal. Mane with the goal. 2-1 to
Best
Liverpool.
player in the world.
Did we give predictions on this one last week?
No.
Did
Nil
we not
all.
know? Fair enough.
Nil
Sorry,
all
yeah,
was Brentford to get relegated.
1-0 to Villa. Sorry, I can't remember what you were saying there.
We were talking about an Arsenal signing. Yeah, so
yeah.
I think
European football.
they do need European football. They need to get a number 9 in. Now, they could probably go lower and try to find one. The one that stands out to me is someone who Liverpool want anyway as well. So hopefully they get him instead, which is your man Darwin Núñez from Benfica.
Yeah.
He kind of fits into the Liverpool signing category of being like 22 years of age and coming from an unknown league, really. So he kind of suits both Arsenal and Liverpool from their signing criteria. I think they need a holding midfielder as well. They need someone with a little bit of. I can't really rely on Granit Xhaka going forward. Wholeheartedly, partly can do it, but I don't think he's reliable enough. I think they need someone in there. Gilberto Silva, and Abu Diaby, Patrick Vieira.
Control the speed of a game, nearly.
Someone who controls tempo, but ultimately someone who wins the ball back.
Yeah.
And plays a 4-yard pass to Emil Smith-Rowe or out wide to Saka or out wide to Martinelli. Someone who just links that play up between the back and the front. I don't think they really have that at the moment in spades. But other than that, I think their back five is probably good enough to get them in to sneak into Europe again next season, you know?
Yeah.
Changes.
Yeah, it is interesting. So you've gone with 3-2 for Spurs here, have you?
3-2 Spurs, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to. Oh my God, they're in.
He's offside. Has to be. What a tackle!
Offside, yeah. That's outrageous. Is that Van Dijk?
Yep.
But he was walking back there like stupid. I really think that Spurs are probably going to win this one, to be honest. I know that's probably going to break Rob's heart, but I do think Conte is just too good at getting results when he needs them. I'm going to say 2-1 to Arsenal. Or fucking 2-1 to Spurs. I'm fucking idiot. And I'm going to say Son to score because he's just a happy person.
Delighted.
Conor, the next one was Spurs and Burnley. So this is going on to kind of Sunday football.
He gives it that one.
Gives it one of them. How are you getting on? Spurs and Burnley. Look, this is one. The reason I put this one in is because we obviously have two teams that are really fighting for what they need this season. Does this result depend on how Spurs and Arsenal goes, or is that there's no way that's going to change anyway because they're going to need to win it either way, and then Burnley are going to struggle against Spurs?
I don't think it changes Spurs' mentality in regard to actually want to win the game, regardless of what happens with Arsenal on Thursday. I think they know.
Oh, hold on a second.
Great save.
Are you going to shoot? Are you actually going to kick the ball, or are you just going to fucking run into the keeper? Like, I think he just forgot to swing his leg there.
Oh, he's offside, I think.
Jesus Christ, like. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't think it matters what way it goes. I can see Spurs still going out and doing their business. As I said, I don't think Kante is someone who will let them switch off, especially with someone still in the mix. I agree with Nults as well that I would like to see Leeds stay up anyway. So, and again, it's another game that I wanted to go down to the last. So if Burnley can stay in that dogfight, we go to the last game of the season.
Yeah,
fucking happy days, you know.
Sorry, just for anyone listening, Annie McNulty, for Leeds' sake, I hope Spurs bash them.
So yeah, I'd still back Spurs in this. Again, it's going to be another close game. Spurs will control the tempo. They're going to come out against Burnley anyway. I just seem to have a little bit too much up front for them. So we'll go 2-0, but a close 2-0. And we'll say we'll go with Son.
We'll go with Son. What a shit first touch from Danny Ings. I don't think he was offside. Yeah, look, I probably see it going the same way. I don't see. Look, when it comes to it, when two teams really need to get a result, it just comes down to the team that has the most quality, in my opinion, and it's going to be Spurs. So I can probably see Spurs spanking them.
Spurs spanking them.
Spurs spanking them, and I don't think that Burnley are expecting to get anything from this game, to be fair. So I think it might. I'm going to say 3-0 to Spurs. And I'm going to go with Harry Kane to score in this one.
Thanks very much.
Harry Kane goes 2 goals. Yeah, I just think when it comes down to it at this stage of the season, two teams really in different scenarios, but really want the points just as bad. It's going to come down to the quality of team, quality of manager, which at the moment is 100% Spurs. So yeah.
And do you see that still being the same if Spurs get beaten by Arsenal and they're 5 points behind with 2 games left?
Yeah, I still think they will, because there's always that potential that Arsenal will do an Arsenal. Now, usually
there's also a chance Spurs will do a Spurs.
Yeah. And I was going to say that there is a chance of Spurs 100% doing the Spurs, but no, I do still think that if they get beaten, which I don't think they will, they will kind of still go guns blazing at it and put Burnley under the cosh straight away. So yeah, I'm gonna say a big win for Spurs, regardless of what happens in the Arsenal game. And I'm gonna say 3-0 with Kane to score.
Tell you what, this light is not helping my sunburn. It looks so fucking red, it's ridiculous.
I've turned my light orange to try tone it down a bit. I mean, the reality of it is, let me see if I can turn this to a white light. I see it's actually very hard to even see that, but from there,
there's the watch mark, like it's a stinker. Like,
I was in work and here's a goal. Here's Mo Salah. He's about to score. It's 2-1 still. I was walking in the hallway in work and one guy was walking past me, and he caught a glimpse of me, and I'm talking like a glimpse, and he got a shout down the hallway. Nice arms, Collie. I was like, yep, sound. Cheers.
Also, it was like the postman stood near me bleeding hallway and he's pointing. He's like, what's that? And I was like looking, what are you talking about? He goes, your fucking arms, a big fucking thick Paddy. I was like, oh yeah. He goes, one day a son, you get yourself fucking scalded, you bleeding dope. I was like, yeah.
I mean, like, it's hard. Like, it's really hard to show. Like, I don't know if that'll work. Okay. So that kind of works, right? So I'm gonna show people because that kind of works, right? Hold on a second. I'll stand up.
Some belly in you.
I know, big fat belly. You can kind of see that, right? Hold on.
Yeah.
There you go. And it just keeps fading now. But anyway, I'm burnt to a crisp. In real life, it looks fucking 100 times worse than it is, and it's fucking sore. And I have blisters up the top here as well. All because we were golfing and didn't put any sun cream on.
Golly.
I thought I saw you putting sun cream on, by the way.
I put loads on. I didn't put any on my arms though.
I done the same thing. I was like, grand, get a bit of tan on my arms. And then I looked at it and it was like we were literally sitting there having food and I was burning. I could feel myself physically burning. I was like, grand, that'll turn into fucking.
Did you get tan. One white hand and one tan hand as well?
Yeah. One white one. Look, whatever. Sorry. Andy comes in with, what if Arsenal do a Spurs and Spurs do an Arsenal?
I think the world ends, doesn't
it? Yeah. It balances itself out there, doesn't it? Good ball across. Okay. Yeah, so we gave score prediction on that, did we?
Yes, sir.
Right, on to the next one. West Ham and City. Reason obviously being this is probably going to be City's biggest challenge for the rest of the season. Conor, how do you see this one actually going? We spoke obviously earlier about both of these teams, but City having the injury list of defenders that they've got. Can you see Antonio causing havoc for them and Bowen even running at them and causing a bit of trouble? Like,
yeah, I can. I would have preferred this game maybe to come 2 or 3 weeks earlier when West Ham were still fighting for top 4.
Mm.
I think obviously they're still fighting for shit Europe again. And is that enough of a driving force for them to try to go out and actually put City to sort it out now, or try at least pick up points? Instead, all I want to see is really points picked up.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Beggars can't be choosers, and look, the fact that you have to rely on somebody else just means that you probably shouldn't be winning the league anyway, you know. So if it gets down to that stage, that you rely on somebody else, then you should have fucking done things yourself, you know. But yeah, I can. It is going to be City's toughest game left in the run-in. I can see them causing issues at the back for City because of the injury list they have. Do West Ham do a good enough job of not conceding? I don't know. Do they still have like almost inexperience at the back? Where like we look at the Frankfurt game and you're 12 minutes into a game and you get a man sent off. Like away from home. It's just
madness.
Stupid, like
madness.
It's a stupid red card as well. So
talk about shooting yourself in the foot. By the way, we have to comment on which we never done on David Moyes absolutely booting the ball at
what a volley!
What a volley! He said it just set up, so he had to smash it at their face. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I also have to go back to the fact that he didn't actually really apologize for it.
No, he didn't. No, he just gave a reason on why he kicked it. So if anyone hasn't seen that, just YouTube David Moyes kicks ball at fucking ball boy. Was it a girl?
No, it was a ball boy with long hair.
Oh, put your hair, pal. Put your bleeding hair.
And then obviously you have Declan Rice saying that the referee was corrupt. And he was
yeah. I seen a TikTok of that, and they put the video up, and Declan Rice, in fairness to him, commented under the video and said, "We all say things in the heat of the moment. I've apologized and love to move on." And fair play, because nobody really ever does that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind if the referee had a fucking nightmare, but he thought he got everything right pretty much, you know? He got everything right.
There's one or two decisions I think they were really
There's a couple of them, but this is only after everyone from West Ham had him wound up, so he's obviously going to give 50-50s against them, you know?
Yeah.
Like they surrounded him for the offside or for the red card. I think the red card was played on the big screen and afterwards it's fucking snowball red card.
It's just absolute stupidity. How do you think Moyes would have reacted to Cresswell at half time there?
Well, I think I was watching it on Virgin Media Sport, and I think was it Damien Delaney was doing the co-commentary on it, and he said when Moyes got sent off, Aaron Cresswell would be much happier because it'd be much easier to talk to the manager after he got sent off as well as him. So at half time it probably would have been sticky, but by the end, the final whistle, like what can a manager say to the player who got sent off and he got sent off as well? You know?
Just consoling each other, arms around, having a little embraceful moment.
Exactly.
Moyes came out and said that the damage was done pretty much in the first leg, and that it wasn't that sending off that cost them the tie. And is that him just trying to protect Cresswell there?
I mean, it could be, but it's also the fact that they didn't play well in the first leg. You know, they knew it was going to be a tricky place to go. We saw obviously the support that Frankfurt brought to the new camp that they brought to London. They were obviously going to get that same fucking buzz off the fans when they brought them back home to Germany. And they didn't do enough in the first leg. What was it? They had one shot on target in the second leg. It's just not good enough in a European semi-final, no matter what level it is at. So over both legs, they were deservedly beaten. You know, I just don't think it was as comfortable as probably it should have been.
And when you kind of look at like Frankfurt's league position over in Germany, 12th, they're sitting in 12th position. So it's not like they're absolute world beaters. So that was definitely a team that West Ham could have beaten. And I'm a little bit gutted for them that they didn't get to the final, because it's not often as a West Ham fan you're going to say I'm in a European final. And I probably think that any West Ham fan won't be saying it in their lifetime, unless it is the conference, which is what they came close to there. The problem with...
that was the Europa League. That wasn't the conference.
Europa. the problem that I have with them now is how do they kick on from this? Like, can they keep all the players and can they strengthen that squad for next season to challenge it again?
I think obviously the tricky one is going to be Declan Rice to keep him. I mean, other than that, again, they've been pretty impressive. They probably have over exceeded what people thought of them. I know none of us had them to get relegated, but I'm sure people would have thought they were going to be mid-table, and I don't think they probably thought they had the firepower to kick on. Players have stepped up again. Souček, Soufal. There has been Aaron Cresswell has stepped up to season, probably one of the best left backs in the league. Yeah. They have put performances in, and they do deserve to be where they are in the league.
Curtis kicking cats.
Curtis kicking cats. So yeah, I don't think they're going to have an issue keeping players. I don't think that I think the players are better as a whole as they are in like individual parts, except obviously for Rice. So if they can keep him, or they cash in for him, they bring someone else in, or bring two players in.
Him down to Chelsea.
They can bring two players in for 120 million. Or sorry, they could get rid of him for 120 million and bring in two players, two £60 million players. Like,
can they bring is there a player available to them at that price and at that standard?
I'm sure there is. Liverpool are looking at your man from Monaco, Tuchemi or whatever, 23-year-old, and he's an asking price of 45 or 50 million. I don't know what quality he's up to. I don't really watch Monaco that much, but they're obviously not doing too badly in League One for what they have and what they're competing against. So it must be all right. But I'm sure there's players around there that if David Moyes was given 120 million, I'm sure he could find somewhere to spend it,
Yeah, sure. He has a team of scouts. I'm sure there's people on the books. Like, just one in there from Andy. Sorry, I had it up there a second ago. Moyes gives the impression that he pulls no punches and chats with his players. Yeah, I'd imagine that's true.
I reckon he has a fucking serious hairdryer as well, Andy.
I don't know. Does he?
I reckon Andy has a serious hairdryer in him.
What type of team talk would you be giving yourself, Andy, being a manager? Would you be giving him a bollocking, or would you be trying to?
I reckon he slates everyone and he puts the arm around the goalkeepers. Don't mind them.
I said a lovely post from Andy there, got sticking up for the goalkeepers the other day. It's like, one thing: don't ever call keeper's ball if you're not the keeper. It was to that effect anyway. Which, in fairness,
I have to agree with him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know what just happened here in the stream, Collie, but that's cricket.
That's cricket. We're now watching cricket. So yeah,
we don't like cricket.
We're pretty much finished watching that, so we're gonna have to close that because that's got the cricket, and on to one of our more reliable streams.
I might have something here for us.
Oh, you can share screen?
Hang
on. Yeah, right. So I suppose with West Ham, the whole Kurt Zouma situation, building a cat, volleying a cat, runs in the team where they just volley things that get in their way. Do you see him having a future at West Ham, or what do you think his future holds?
Yeah, I can see him having a future. I don't really see that being an issue. David Moyes kind of blew it out of the park fairly quickly, that it has nothing to do with the football. He picked the next game. He obviously doesn't give a shit. I don't think that's gonna massively impact anything really that happens within the West Ham dressing room. I'm sure they gave him fucking stick over it, which he probably deserves. But do you think the other thing comes back to and obviously you'll probably say something different because he's ex-Chelsea, but is he the quality that gets you into Europe? I don't know.
To be honest with you, I
saw him playing Daily Mount Park and I had fucking doubts about him.
I do have a little bit of an issue with him because he always looks like he's about to slip and fall over as soon as the ball comes near him. And it always looks like he's about to lose the ball, but he surprisingly gets away with a lot. by not losing it. So we don't know. I have a stream here now. Do you need me to share it?
No, I've got something here myself. Has to be
Okay.
offside. Has to be offside. Has to be offside. Oh my God, it's a goal. Please tell me he's offside. He's offside. Thank God.
Okay, I'm way behind you. What minute are you on?
85.
Okay, I'm on 84.02, so I'm a minute behind you. There's no point in stopping it now. There's only 5 minutes left. Right, so how do you see this one going then? Do you think they're going to get out now of it now?
I think there's going to be a heartbreak hotel for me and all the West Ham fans around the world. I think it's going to be very close. I think City are going to do what City do best and nick it late. So I'm going to say City 2-1. And I'm going to... who I think have stepped up and scored a lot of important goals for City so far this season. I'm going to back Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, he's been good, hasn't he?
He scored. It's not that he reminds me of Chicharito at United. He doesn't play every game, but when he plays, he scores, and he scores in important moments.
Chicharito's still playing over in LA Galaxy. I don't know if you know that.
He looks very fat now, though, doesn't he? He's chunky.
He looks like me. Just not that fat. Yeah, do you know what? I think West Ham might get something here.
Oh,
and I think it's going to be 2-2, to be honest. I think they're going to get something. And I don't know why. I don't think it's going to be because they're going to be magnificent. I just think it's going to be that City might get a little bit complacent, maybe.
Can they afford to get complacent when all they have left is the league?
The thing about getting complacent is you don't realise you're getting complacent until you're already 2-0 down. You know what I mean? If you knew you were complacent, you wouldn't be complacent. So I think West Ham are going to get dry out of this, Conor. And I'm going to go with 2-2. And I'm going to go with Antonio. I think Antonio is going to cause City a bit of havoc on the weekend. So I'm going to say Antonio. The next one that I'm looking at is Southampton and Liverpool. So this is Liverpool's next fixture in terms of Prem. Not a great match, but
next Tuesday, is it?
It's Tuesday, I think. Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. So not a great fixture in terms of like excitement. Should be fairly straightforward. But can you see Southampton causing you any problem next week?
I mean, judging by the game so far against Aston Villa, who I thought shouldn't cause any issues, I can see issues being caused. Only save and grace would be, will he save as many players as he has today, knowing there's an FA Cup at the weekend? He'll obviously have the FA Cup final out of the way. So we can see that strong, that starting 11 being a little bit stronger than it was this evening. If they play it doesn't matter. Liverpool should be able to play a second string squad against Southampton and beat them anyway, with the quality they have. Yeah. But if they play close to their best 11, there shouldn't be a reason why Southampton give issues, to be honest.
They're not really a threat going forward lately, are they? I don't think there's going to be anyone there that will trouble Van Dijk.
No, there shouldn't be. But on the flip side of it, you wouldn't have thought that Douglas Luiz and Danny Ings should have caused as many issues as they had so far this season.
What minute are you on?
88:40.
All right, okay. About 30 seconds behind you. Yeah, I suppose what I wanted to ask you as well is Liverpool for next season. Look, Diaz coming in has been unbelievable. But what do you think is the next thing that you need to see from a Liverpool to take it to the next level? Look, obviously City have gone and signed Haaland. What do you want to see Liverpool do?
I'd love to see them sign another Fabinho-esque player.
Yeah.
Like Tuchemeni.
Anyone in mind?
Your man Tuchemeni at the moment is being talked about. Again, would be kind of very similar to Ibrahim Konate might not slot in straight away, but definitely good to have as a backup player there and to develop him. I think he's only 22, 23. So definitely another one who can grow under a 5 or 6 year contract. And an out number 9 again that comes into the team knowing that he's not going to play every week and he's not going to be the sole contributor. You know, obviously there is a lot of contributors of goals at Liverpool. The top 5 goal scorers in the league, 3 of them are Liverpool players with Salah, Jota, and Mane. So no one's going to come in there and become the 40 or 50 goal a season man or the 30 goal a season man. You know, it's going to be spread around. I think Liverpool's biggest worker is holding on to the players they have. There's a lot of rumours going around at the moment of Bayern Munich coming in looking for Sadio Mane because Liverpool won't offer him an extended contract because of his age.
How old is he?
He's 31. But again, we get to this issue of Fenway Sports Group not wanting to offer contracts long-term to players who are over the age of 30. The same thing that happened with Gini Wijnaldum last year. They were only going to give him 1 year and he wanted more. So that would be a huge loss to Liverpool. There he is there. Mane has to get man of the match. And he's found new form in that central position. But a new addition to the front three.
And who would be your number 1 choice if you could have someone realistically that you think would slot in like that?
I would love Darwin Núñez from Benfica. Yeah. As I said, I've watched a limited amount of him with the national team. He obviously played the 2 legs against Liverpool. I was just a handful. He's a bit of everything.
Would he not be looking for consistent football though?
I'm sure he would, but I don't think he comes with the same air of I'm the best player in the world as the likes of Haaland will.
Yeah.
And I'm sure sitting into a rotation, he knows he knows what he's signing up for. He's got to sit into a rotation of a front 6. And he's never going to be left 6 months without a game. Like historically, Rafael Benitez or Roy Hodgson or Brendan Rodgers even would have done. He's going to get given a game every 3 or 4 weeks. And I think if he's willing to do that, well then what a fucking signing that would be. But to be honest, like we always talk about the lack of depth in Liverpool squad, and I don't think that's there anymore.
It's not really, is it? Is it maybe in midfield though that you might have a little bit of lack of depth?
Yeah, well, if you add a midfielder in there, you have Fabinho, Keita, Henderson.
Like these players, like Henderson. Is he? I know he does a job and he's done very well, but he reminds me of like a Michael Carrick, where like he doesn't do anything spectacular, but does everything very well. Do you know what I mean? But like,
I see Henderson almost like a clock, and he just keep things ticking over.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say he controls tempo of a game, but he definitely controls urgency within the Liverpool team. If Liverpool needs something done quickly,
moves it quickly.
Well, he might not move it quickly himself, but he will get the team going. I think he's a great leader to have in there. I'd say he's on the same leader stature as probably Steven Gerrard, obviously without the ability to back it up.
Yeah.
But he does drive a team very well, a team around him. He doesn't do it himself, but he's able to pass and to shift responsibility to other players who have more quality around him. But definitely having someone else in there, he's obviously injury prone. Fabinho is injury prone. Keita is injury prone. Thiago is injury prone. Having someone else in there who can fill in if somebody is out or if 2 players are out. And then obviously someone to potentially replace players who are going now. If Henderson
Can I just ask you what minute are you on? Or what second?
94 now. Tyrod means that they're punching Naby Keita in the face pretty much.
Right, Grant. I'm a minute behind, so you can tell me when it's over. There's a comment in there that I'd like you to read out, sent in from Robert.
Can we comment on Klopp never winning a legitimate Premiership? Winning a Premiership with fans and attendance is not for everybody. Liverpool a cup team, nothing more, nothing less.
Thoughts?
Thoughts, like he's the lowest net spend in the top 8 in the country.
Yeah, but you have to put net on it. That's the thing. You always have to put net because you want to hear You don't want to hear how much has been spent. I know you have sold players, but
Liverpool lost Coutinho for 140 million. He was the best player in that team. They lose him. There's nothing they can really do about it, except spend it on 3 other players that they bring in. Like at the end of the day, he took a team that was in 7th position in the league to win the league, win the Champions League, win the Carabao Cup, and being in 2 finals this season. So yeah, obviously it's not ideal to not win it from the supporters. That was fucking annoying for me as well. But I'm not sitting here going, it's not a Premier League, it's a fucking Premier League, don't worry about
it. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But there'll always be that asterisk beside it, as far as I'm concerned.
As far as you're concerned, they're camping. It doesn't bother me in the slightest.
So, score predictions, I suppose, on this we'll get, because we're going to wrap up now, because the match is pretty much over. Is it over? It is over?
Not yet. No, it's gone to 96 minutes, even though it's only 4 minutes at a time.
I'd love to see it. So give us a score prediction on this one.
2-0 Liverpool, and we will go with Big Cockerigi. There it is. Game over. 2-1.
Okay. Liverpool have won 2-1, closing the gap yet again on Man City, piling the pressure on as usual. I'm going to say a handy one for Liverpool. I'm going to say 3-0 to Liverpool, and I'm going to say Mane to score because, again, he's just on fire. Conor, we're going to wrap up. I did put out a question thing. I put it out very late in the fucking day, so not many questions in, but I do have one that in particular that I want to ask you. I don't know if you've seen, but I was on another podcast on Sunday called Saturday Serial, who was run by a friend of ours, John Ward.
Why is it coming out on a Sunday? It's called Saturday Serial.
Yeah, and that was the one thing he said. He's like, I know it's coming out on a Saturday, but or on a Sunday, but it's Saturday Serial. But so he's running a King of the Biscuits, okay? So I want to know, what are your top 3 biscuits? Or, well, he wants to know, but I also want to know.
Do I have a list to choose from here? Or?
No, you can just go for it. There is a list of biscuits that are in the tournament, but there's about 50 of them, so I'm not reading about.
Right, so I saw a couple of ones. I saw a couple of ones you put up, and I do agree with a couple of them.
Okay.
For me, toffee pops are definitely up there.
You mean these beautiful toffee pops?
And you know that because I've gone through a lot of toffee pops in your house.
Oh yeah,
they look like shit toffee pops. They're melted. They've been there for fucking a week.
Do you know what? Right, and this is gas because you know what I done yesterday as a test. On Monday, I dunked it, and I just left it there to see would it hold up. And look at this is what's after happening. It's held up. I was testing the structure of the biscuit. So impressive. Yeah, you were right. It is there, and it is in bits. Anyway.
Toffee pops are definitely up there.
Okay.
I do love, and it's only with tea now, a custard cream.
Oh man.
I do love a custard cream.
That was one that I was really pushing for.
And the last one, I'm literally going to flip a coin on the last one here.
Give me both. Give me both.
Okay. Oh, shit. Jamie Dodgers.
Oh yeah.
Which are, I don't get enough anymore, but are
superb,
top quality.
Yeah.
And
my blurry.
A little bit, but not too bad.
Okay.
See, this is why you don't think of some of them. There's just sort of comments that are going in there from.
Sorry, yes. We have John and we have Saturday Serial in. Game day 2 just ending. Viscount losing the Oaties and Pink Wafers versus Ginger Nut. It was a draw.
I wasn't thinking. Pink Wafers are fucking phenomenal.
Oh, Pink Wafers is a fucking childhood memory. At Christmas time, you get the USA box. You open the USA box straight to the Pink Wafers.
Yeah, Pink Wafers are phenomenal. I was going to say a toss-up between Jamie Dodgers and chocolate bourbons.
Do you know what is fucking hilarious, right? John asked me to pick my final, who I thought was going to be in the final. And then I said, you know what? I'll give you a semi-final. And them 4 biscuits that you said are the 4 that are in my semi-finals. I swear to God. And chocolate bourbon, this is the 3rd year that this competition is running, and chocolate bourbon has won it twice. So it's gone.
And you can buy a packet of them for like 40p.
I know. They're very nice. A lot of love for Jammy Dodgers this year.
They're back in fashion.
I did say I wouldn't be surprised if Jammy Dodgers actually beat the bourbon in the semi-final if it gets to the final, and then maybe wins it. But I'm rooting for the toffee pop.
I just don't think a Jammy Dodger is as good with a cup of tea as the rest of them.
Oh, that's controversial. I think that they're delicious.
I don't think jam doesn't do as well as like chocolate or the custard part of it, or custard cream. What I will do, and I'll throw a spanner in the works here, and I'll throw it out from left field. I wouldn't put it up in there, but just as like a wild card.
Okay.
Fig roll.
Me and John were talking about these as well. Connor, you need to listen to this podcast because
deadly. I love
fig rolls are unbelievable. And a very underrated biscuit for dunking into tea. I actually think they're great.
When you get about 4 or 5 out of it.
Yeah. I think they're a great biscuit to dunk into a tea as well. They
hold
hold well
because of the fig roll.
We discussed this as well, and it was aliens. There's no doubt it's aliens that done it. Connor, I reckon you'd enjoy the episode, which is available on Spotify. Look for Saturday Serial, and you will find it, and I'll be posting it up on the Instagram page as well. So a big shout out to John for having me on as well. It was great crack. So
what's the advertising of like Collie from Beyond the Ball, as if people know who the fuck you are?
Nobody knows me. I was at the horses, and if you were that guy that came up and said, "How's it going, Collie? I watch your podcast. How's it going?" I don't know who you are, so message me or something.
I just get stalked around the shops next to my gaff by someone who works with you, Collie. That's all that happens to me.
Yeah, and I love to see it. Right, Connor. Look, we're gonna wrap it up there. I don't know. Do we have a match next Tuesday?
Liverpool Southampton.
Is it actually?
I don't know.
I am sick of watching Liverpool. I swear to God, I'm fucking sick of watching them. Tuesday. It fucking is. It's Southampton and Liverpool. Oh my God, I'm fucking sick. It's quarter to 8. We might look at it and might do another.
I was watching the background views. I want to watch it. It's fun.
Yeah. Okay. No, I want to watch it. I will be watching it as well. Why is no one playing Astro? Because we don't want it.
Busy.
Connor, we're going to leave it there. A big thanks to Paddy as well, who was on earlier, who had to do a legger. We're going to be back at the...
Those are the shits I heard.
He had the shits. He's had it before. He's had it again. We are going to be back at the same time next week. Maybe a little bit earlier. Maybe at 7:45. We'll have a discussion and we'll let everybody know. But for now, Connor, thank you for joining me this week.
Cheers, boys.
And we will see everybody next week. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, wherever you want to find us, because we're putting loads of shit up there. So we'll see everybody next week.